What is up, my buttery biscuits? So in today's video, I'm finally doing a tutorial slash first impressions of this big old Scott Barnes box. This thing is huge, like literally I can't even fit it all into the screen, but there's so many different eyeshadows inside of here. I'll put a picture up here, that way you guys can see it better. There is eyeshadows, there is blushes, bronzers, highlights, lips, there's lip glosses and lip liners. So I'm going to be doing a first impression of Scott Barnes because I've always wanted to try his brand, because if you guys know, he is like a makeup legend. He has done so many celebrities' makeup, and actually I want to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to Renelle. She sent me this box for my birthday, which was actually a month ago by now. I have lagged with filming a first impressions on this. However, I've been super busy, but I'm finally getting to it and I'm actually really excited. I did say in a previous video that I think I'm going to do 2 looks using it because there is so many eyeshadows in the box. However, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 look, but then I'll go ahead and do a separate look on one of my lives coming up soon, because I actually have videos to film after this. So I don't want to have like 2 different eye looks, you know what I'm saying? Because then it'll look a little funky, and I don't know, I just feel like I look better, obviously, with just 1 cohesive look rather than doing 2 different looks. But I will be dipping into a lot of the eyeshadow palettes. I hopefully will dip into like 4 of them, so that way I can try the different formulas and stuff like that. Because this is my first impression of Scott Barnes. I've literally haven't tried 1 single product, but I have heard nothing but amazing things about the brand. It is super expensive, though. The girls that I used to work with at the Makeup Academy used to rave about the blush and the bronze and contour palette, but y'all, they're like $68, and I was just like, oh, I ain't gonna buy that, y'all, because oh, that's expensive. But thanks to Renelle for sending me this, I actually finally get to do a first impressions of it, so I'm actually really excited. The look that I'm gonna go for today is definitely gonna be a cut crease as usual, but I'm gonna do kind of like a sunset look with it. Hopefully, we'll see. Y'all know, if you guys watch my video, sometimes I'll say something and it'll come out completely different, but we will see as we go. So if you guys are interested in seeing a tutorial slash first impressions using the Scott Barnes Snatchroll box, that's the name that it's called. Honestly, in my head, I just want to call it a snatch, like, but it says Snatchroll, but let's not call it a snatch, okay? If you guys are interested in that, of course, go ahead and keep on watching. If y'all are new here, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Oh, also, don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that way you'll get notified when I upload a new video. And let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all, so I already put on my P. Louise base right here. So what I'm going to do is I already put 2 of the eyeshadow palettes within the palette. So this is the way that it comes within the box. They're actually just eyeshadow palettes in the box, and then you put the ones that you want to use within these palettes, which I will say I find a little bit difficult because then you do have to save the box. Although the box is beautiful, but it's just really big and it takes up a lot of space. So I put the palettes that I'm going to be using, as well as this one that I'm going to be using. I'll go ahead and put the names up on the screen because the box is down on the floor and there's no names on the actual palette that goes into the palette box. So yeah, these are the 3 ones that I'm going to be using. This, and then this bright one right here. This one I'm really excited about because it looks super beautiful. So I'm gonna create a little sunsetness, you know, and we'll see how it goes. I do want to show you guys a little bit of the swatches of these shades before we get into it, even though I know swatches don't matter. I did swatch this palette right here, this one, and y'all, this pigment of this matte looks absolutely amazing. Like, look at that. That looks so bomb. Let me go ahead and swatch this dark one. I'm very intrigued to see how this one works, because kind of what I want to do is go dark in the crease, fade it up to yellow, and then on my lid, I haven't decided if I want to go like pink yet or like goldy orange. I'm really not too sure. We'll see how the crease looks. But y'all, these look like full pigmented mattes, and I'm really intrigued to see how they come out, because the swatches of them do look beautiful. I will say I did actually swatch this shimmering one right here. Oh, I'm blocking it, duh. This shade right here, and I do feel like they're not so shimmery, and I kind of would expect a little bit more shimmer, especially because the price point of his palettes are just so expensive. They just look kind of metallic-y, but just, I don't know, not too much shimmer. I feel like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's no Pat McGrath. I just always feel like I'm going to always compare everything to Pat McGrath. And the closest that I got to it was the Edge of Reality palette by KVD Beauty. The shimmers in there are absolutely amazing. I did also swatch this one off of camera because I was trying to build up what type of look that I wanted to create in my head. I swatched this one off of camera, and this one actually swatches pretty bad. I did kind of want to use this on the lid, but then I was like, I don't know, it's kind of chunky and grainy. So this is it right here. I will say, though, the shade is pretty. It's just, it's not very pigmented. You know what I'm saying? It's not even really that shimmery either, but maybe on the eye, when it's on the base, maybe it'll come out a little bit different. But yeah, as the swatches, I'm kind of like, ooh, the mattes look bomb, but the shimmers are kind of eh. But I just feel like my shimmer expectation is really high thanks to Pat McGrath, because y'all know I'm obsessed with Pat McGrath shimmers. Anyways, y'all, let me go ahead and zoom you guys in a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and get started on the eye. All right, so what I'm going to start off with is the crease, and I'm going to be taking my MAC 239 brush with this shade right here. I'm going to pack this all throughout the crease, but in the outer corner, I am going to go in with that darker shade that I did swatch. As soon as I put my brush to the palette, it picks up a whole lot of pigment. I'm not sure if you guys can see right there. Like, that was literally just 2 dabs with it, so y'all, I have really high expectations for these mattes because so far it looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my crease pretty high because y'all know I ain't got no lid. Oh yeah, that, y'all, do you guys see that already? Okay, I have super high expectations for this because, ooh, that swatch is bomb. I just kind of wish that the swatches of the shimmery shadows were a little bit better because it just looks kind of mediocre, honestly. But like I said, we will see on the eye, but I do believe that with like shimmer swatches, if a swatch is good, like, you're gonna know the shimmer's there. I don't really feel like on the eye it's gonna change very much, but we'll see. I'm gonna take this all the way into my inner corner, kind of where my tear duct is. I did a look like this recently. Actually, what I want to do today, well, with the shape, not the same colors, of course, using the KVD palette, but I didn't film a tutorial on it. So I kind of want to do the same shape because I really love the way the shape came out. And I took the crease color all the way into the tear duct, and I don't know, I just felt like it was shaped really nicely. So I'm just mapping out the shape, and then also I am going to kind of wing this out a little bit, but I will go back over it with the darker shade because I want it darker in the outer corner and then lighter in the inner part. So I'm just kind of shaping it right now. Y'all know I always say, like, it's going to look busted at first, but it'll come together. Then I'm going to be taking an empty, small little blending brush, just kind of buff that out before I go in with the yellow. All right, so it's gonna look a little bit busted for now, but you guys can see the type of shape that I'm going for. Then I'm gonna be going in with this super bright yellow right here. I may throw in a little bit of that bright pink, but we will see. I'm going in with the same type of brush that I just used, but this one is clean. So I really wanna see how pigmented this is. I'm gonna place it right on top of that purple. That's why I say it doesn't matter if this is messy right now because we are gonna be blending more colors on top of it. So let's go ahead and start right here with this. All right, y'all, so I actually ended up adding a little bit of this coral shade right here. It does still look a little bit messy, however, don't worry. The inner corner will look messy until I cut the crease and kind of clean it up. Just because the area right there, you got to be really precise with it or else it looks a little bit muddy and patchy. But so far, these are blending out really, really nicely. I know I mentioned earlier that I was going to go ahead and just take this darker shade just in the outer corner. However, now that I'm looking at the look, I think I'm going to take it all the way in because I really do want like a dark crease so that way it just gradiates like a sunset. Yeah, sunset. I like a sun, or is it a sunrise? One of the two, okay? It's a sunrise or a sunset. Y'all know I'm a little bit slow and I can't tell the difference, but one of those types of looks, okay? Wherever it gradiates from dark to light, I guess that's, oh, that should be sunset then. No, that should be sunrise. That's when the sun's rising and stuff. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all can let me know down below, but I'm going to go ahead and just take this flat brush and then just take this right on the bottom here. And then just kind of blend it up where the other one is. Oh, this comes out really pigmented. Honestly, so far, these mattes are really bomb. Like, they blend out super easily, and they're extremely pigment. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just one little touch right there, and it's like, bam. All right, y'all, so I got the crease all done right there. It's looking really good so far. These mattes blend so bomb. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm going to take this orange shade right here. What I'm going to do is kind of take this in the outer corner and then go in with the gold shade in the inner corner. The reason why I say that I'm nervous is because the shade is pretty chunky. Like, even when you swatch it, even just staring at it, it just looks chunky, and I kind of don't know why because it's not like it's a pressed glitter because he does have a pressed glitter in one of his other palettes. It's kind of like a black and like multi-tone reflective shimmer. This one is not like that. I don't know, maybe it's hard to make shimmery oranges, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this right here. I'm not going to take it all the way in the outer corner because I am going to go matte in the outer corner and then blend it into the shimmer. But let's go ahead and see how this is. This shade does come out pretty pigmented as soon as you like swirl your brush in it, but it's kind of like you have to build it up and like kind of press hard into the pan, but it is coming out really pretty now that I'm packing it on. Before I continue the lid, I am going to go back in with that original crease shade right here, which is kind of like that plummy shade. And I'm going to go ahead and take this on the lash line and blend it out, because I want this to actually blend into where the orange is. It's going to be super, super messy for right now. Y'all already know. I always say whenever it comes to the outer corner, it's just going to look busted until I clean it up. So yeah, don't pay attention to that right now, but I'll go ahead and clean it up after. Then I'm going to go in with this ColourPop E3 brush with that dark plum shade. And I'm going to go ahead and smoke this right on top. And it's going to look really messy for right now until I kind of clean up the end. But it will not extend this much. Which, I mean, I feel like it does look kind of cute if I did extend it that much. But that's not the look I'm going for. So I'm just going to go ahead and smoke this up right here. Okay, so I cleaned up the outer corner and I'm kind of debating on just leaving this white right here faded into the orange. I'm really not too sure, but what I'm doing right now is taking that super dark plum shade and just packing it on as if it was a liner. But I am going to smoke it out with the other shade. I don't know what I want to do with the outer corner right there, because I'm kind of liking the way this looks from the side. Like, I feel like it looks pretty good, but I don't know, maybe it looks a little bit weird. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just kind of like going to smoke out this liner and then do the inner corner, and we'll see from there. I'm so confused right now, y'all. I wish I was on live right now, because then everyone would be like, oh, do this or do that. But I don't know. I'm kind of like, do I leave that white out there? I don't know. Obviously, blend the orange over a little bit. I don't know. We'll see right now. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but you can literally use this dark shade as a liner. It is so pigmented. I am just barely tapping it on and it's like, boom, it's there. So his mattes are really, really good. The shimmers are, they're okay. They're not like the best, but they're not terrible. You know what I mean? Okay, so for right now, while I'm deciding what I want to do with the outer corner there, I'm going to go ahead and take this golden shade right here in the center, and I'm going to take that in the inner portion of my eye. This one actually seems to have a little bit more shimmer than the orange shade, but I'm going to go ahead and pack this on right here, and I am going to blend it with the orange. Okay, so it looks a little messy on the lid because I do have to blend it together. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and take this orange and then smoke it in the outer corner. And then I'll go ahead and smoke up the liner. I was so confused with what to do with the outer corner. I'm kind of like, do I leave it like that? But then that kind of just doesn't make sense. But then I do see some kind of like negative space looks like that. I don't know. I don't like it on myself. I do like it on other people, just not on me. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take this orange and then just buff this in the outer corner. And then blend it on in. All right, y'all, so this is the look so far. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face off of camera. Well, not the rest of my face, just my foundation. I'm going to come back and do my bronzer on camera, as well as maybe try out the blush. I'm not too sure if I want to go for just a bronze look or blush, but this is what it looks like so far. And I will say the mattes work really, really good. I absolutely love the mattes. The shimmers are kind of you know. I feel like the gold one is very, very beautiful. However, the orange one was giving me so much problems because it ended up getting chunky, and I literally was very careful to not like put on too much because I was like, you know what, it's gonna get chunky. I ended up removing it actually with eye makeup remover and a Q-tip, and I redid it and it was still getting chunky even putting less on, and I'm like, okay, so the orange one is a little difficult. I'm sure you guys can see where it's actually getting chunky right there, but I mean, it's looking pretty so far, and especially if I do move further away from the camera, it'll look even better. So anyways, y'all, let me go ahead and do my foundation off of camera and I'll come right back. Y'all, I completely messed up and started doing my under eye, as well as I was already doing my other cheek off of camera, so that way I can just come back on camera and do this side, so that way I save a little bit of time. And I just want to say, oh my gosh, I absolutely strongly dislike his highlighters. Like, I went to go put this thing on and it was just like straight up just glitter, and I literally just tried to wipe it off and everything, and I was like, this is not good. I really don't like it. If you guys know me, you guys know that I don't really like a highlighter that just has just straight shimmer. And honestly, y'all, in the pan it looks very, very pretty. I'm not sure if it'll show up on camera, but it is just straight up just glitter. Let's see if it'll pick up on the back of my hand. Oh yeah, you guys can see right there just how much shimmer is in there. It's like just straight up glitter, and I really don't like that type of look. It just looks super, super messy. It got all over my cheeks, so I just went ahead and took my favorite highlighter and put that on top, which is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish on top. So before I finish my eyes and then do the lip, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my cheek on camera since I already started doing this one. I just wanted to let you guys know, not a fan at all of the highlighter. It, to me, it's just, it's so messy. It's so messy. Oh my gosh, I was putting it on, I was like, oh my gosh, it's literally just going everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my bronzer. By the way, you guys, and just in case I didn't mention this earlier, since this is like a first impressions thing, the packaging to his stuff is very cheap, and I only say that because his stuff is so expensive. You know, I feel like if his stuff was a little bit more fair price, then obviously I'd be like, oh, okay, no biggie, but it's pretty cheap, being that it is super, super expensive. So this is the Frosty Fireside bronzer palette. I took just the matte side because this side right here does have a lot of shimmer. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in on my cheek with that. I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but this is another thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that his bronzers just don't blend out. Like, literally, look at that. I'm like, so I'm gonna go in with a big brush because that's what I had to do with the other side. But y'all, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. On the other side, I just ended up putting more product on top of it. So his cheek products, I'm not really a fan of, which I have heard such amazing things about his contour and bronzing palette, as well as his blush palette. And this, I don't know, I just feel like this just didn't move. So now I'm just gonna take a big Kat Von D brush to go over top of that, because I don't know, I feel like using a smaller brush to try to like contour with it just is not the one. I noticed that on the other side, as soon as I started blending it out with the big brush, then it was okay. But yeah, I don't know, I kind of feel like it just stays in place, which I like a cheek product that obviously blends, considering it's on your face and you want to go ahead and blend it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would definitely recommend to use this with a bigger brush, because this definitely does help blend it out a little bit more. With a smaller brush, it's just like a no-go, because that thing just stays right in place. I do want to say about this bronzer though is it is very neutral, which I like, because y'all know I always complain bronzers are just so orangey sometimes, and I'm like, y'all, there is such a thing as a neutral bronze, and especially on me because my face is red, it's just like everything just turns so extra orangey. So I do want to say I really do like the color. I think the color is beautiful, especially for my skin tone. It's just, I don't know, I felt like it's a little hard to work with a smaller brush, and I prefer to use a little bit more of a smaller brush, that way I'm in control of it, because you know, when you use a big brush it kind of gets a little bit messy. But with this KVD brush, it is blending out pretty nice. Then I'm going to go ahead and throw on a little bit of blush. This is the Sugar Plum one, and I'm going to go ahead and take this side right here with the same brush, because I did notice with this, I kind of feel like they're very, very pigmented, which is a good thing. However, if they're overly pigmented for cheek products, I just feel like it's a little bit too much. That's why I always rave about the Lunar Beauty blush palette. I feel like it's so easy to work with because it's pigmented, but not pigmented like to the point to where it's just gonna bam, like slap you in the face and then get stuck there. Because y'all, if some blushes are too much, like an eyeshadow, it's like, ooh, it's really hard to work with. You know what I'm saying? So using a fluffy brush helps tone that down. So also, again too, I forgot to say with this color, I absolutely love the color. I feel like the shade is beautiful. I'm just finding, you know what, maybe it's just the Huda Beauty foundation, possibly. I mean, because it could totally be that. I am wearing the Huda Beauty foundation underneath, and I do find that that foundation is a little bit sticky, so it could possibly be that, because I'm finding that these cheek products are pretty just like bam, they stick and stay, you know, which I guess is a good thing, but not if you want to blend it really fast. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I got the eyes all complete. For the lashes, I am wearing City Color lashes in the shade, in the style Stay C, but like Stay C, you know what I'm saying? That's the way it's spelled. Anyways, y'all, don't pay attention to my forehead. I forgot to tell you guys I didn't put any bronzer or anything like that on it, because you already know I'm gonna throw on my beanie. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lip. I'm gonna try my hardest to like not get so close to it, so that way you guys can see, but I have this bad habit of like literally putting it right up to my face. So anyways, y'all, for the lip liner that I'm gonna be using, this is called, what is this called? Okay, I don't think it says. There is no name on it. Oh, I guess maybe Kate, Glamazon Kate lip pencil. I guess that's what it is. So I'm just gonna do a lip liner and a gloss, since there is no lipsticks in this. So let me line my, y'all, I haven't worn a lip liner in so long, but let's Get it on right now. I'm so used to wearing a liquid lipstick where you don't even need a liner. You just boop, put it on and it creates perfect lines, you know? Okay, honestly, y'all, putting on this lip liner, I feel like it is kind of dry. And not very pigmented, honestly. This shade is a nude, but like I just don't feel like it's really showing up. As to where like on the back of my hand, like look at it at the back of my hand. Like right there, and then look at my lip. I don't get it. I'm like pushing hard, it's not coming out. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this shade that should be a little bit darker. It's crazy because swatching this one on my hand, I absolutely love the shade, but when it comes to going on my lips, I'm not liking it. I just feel like it's not even really showing up at all. Honestly, y'all, I do have really dark lip lines, so maybe that's why, but I don't know, I don't like it. Okay, this one's showing up a little bit better. However, I still feel like it's very, very light. It's so crazy because these swatch so much darker than how they look on the lips. All right, y'all, I tried putting this lip liner on for like 5 minutes now. I'm going over and over and over again. Y'all, I'm losing my voice today. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. It's not like I was doing any yelling or anything like that, but this voice is going out. Anyway, so I'm not a fan of the lip liners. I just feel like it took a whole lot of work, y'all. A whole lot of work. So I'm gonna go ahead and with the gloss right now. This one is called Glitter Britches. I did swatch a couple of his lip glosses and they seem like they would be very, very thick. Like, hopefully they're not too thick on the lip, but y'all, on the back of my hand, and my hand's like really hairy. My hair was like stuck down to my hand. I was like, ooh. So let's see how it is on the lip. They're very beautiful. Like, do y'all see that gloss? The gloss is bomb. But let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm scared to put too much because I don't want it being too sticky. Oh yeah, the glosses are very, very beautiful, but oh, you feel the chunkiness in there. Oh yeah. It feels very grainy. Like I just ate some Cinnamon Toast Crunch with no shrimp tails in it. Literally, it just feels like graininess on the lips. It just feels like sugar. Don't get me wrong, though. It does look beautiful. It looks very beautiful, but I don't know. I don't like the comfort like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my lips to be comfortable, and feeling this graininess, I don't know if it's worth, you know, the sparkle, because the sparkle is really, really nice. Like, it's super beautiful. Pat McGrath's, for example, though, it's like hers are super shimmery, but they don't feel like grainy. You know what I mean? This does. But it is pretty. All right, y'all, so this is the completed look. I ended up going in with a little bit of the lip liner in the shade Naomi. This one is kind of like a chestnut color, chestnut from MAC. I just felt like I needed to add a little bit more depth to my lip. My lip is literally already starting to bleed. That's why I'm kind of like, you know what? I wonder why he didn't put any lipsticks in there. I feel like that would have been better than a lip liner and a gloss. But I do think as of right now, it looks really pretty, but I do feel like it's going to end up running. Also, I did want to mention too, weirdly enough, the graininess kind of went away. I don't feel any graininess right now, which is really weird because I don't know why it felt so grainy at first. And then now, I don't feel it. It's so weird, but it just felt like, ooh, really chunky at first. So to give you guys my final thoughts and opinions on the brand as a whole, I really did end up loving the eyeshadows. I absolutely love the way this look came out. Like, y'all, that looks bomb. And honestly, those are actually some of my favorite mattes. Those mattes just really blended out so easily and were super pigmented. The shimmers I feel like are just okay. The golden shade was absolutely beautiful. It had a lot of shimmer. The orange one, I felt like it was kind of hard to work with and kind of chunky, but it did end up coming out very pretty, and I really do like the way it came out. As far as cheek products, ooh, it's kind of like, I'm a fan that the blushes and bronzers are very pigmented. However, I felt them like hard to use. However, I do want to note that definitely could have been because of the Huda Beauty foundation, because it is a very, like, you know, sticky foundation, so maybe it was adhering to that and hard to blend out. The highlighter, y'all, I just did not like that at all. It was just like putting straight loose glitter on your face. It was so messy. I felt like it was like really messing up my look. I was like, ugh, trying to dust it off. I really did not like it at all. The lip products, I like the glosses. Like, and now that the graininess went away with them gloss, I was like, okay, honestly, it looks very beautiful. It's very glossy. I just feel like the lip liners though, oh my gosh, y'all, I kind of felt like there was no pigment to them, which it swatches really nicely, but that did not come out on my lips whatsoever, as you guys saw within this video. So Overall, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I say I do feel like the brand is very overly priced. The shadows are really, really good, but everything else I kind of feel like is overly priced. Like I just don't know why his price point is that high, but I think it's because he is a celebrity makeup artist, so he kind of feels like, you know what, I've been in the industry for so long, I've worked on so many faces, and let me put the price point high. Because honestly, y'all, looking at the packaging, it's kind of like a little bit cheap, you know what I'm saying, for the price. I feel bad saying that because it was a gift from my boo Renell, so I know you're watching this right now. Please don't feel like I'm ungrateful. I absolutely appreciate this more than you can ever know. I seriously am so thankful, but I just want to give an honest opinion as well too, being that it is a first impressions video. So I do apologize if I come across ungrateful. I really do. I just want to keep it real at the same time, you know. I know Renell knows. We talk all the time anyways. So y'all, let me know what you guys think about the brand. Let me know what you guys think about the look. I absolutely love the way the eyeshadow look came out, y'all. Like, this is really bomb, but as far as the lips and the cheek products, I'm kind of about. Like, I definitely don't know after doing this if I would purchase the contour and bronze palette, and that's what I was so interested in, but I kind of feel like it may be a little bit hard to work with. I'm gonna go ahead and try these cheek products again with a different foundation to know if it's actually the products or if it's my foundation. So I'll let you guys know in a live video in the future. So yeah, anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.